For Jen and me, the band has felt like a recording project first, for the whole life of it.
I think we realized early on we had a very complementary skill set in that he and I are both sort of able to heighten each other's strong points and bolster each other's weak points and come together into something that feels sort of like a full organism.
People get really confused sometimes when we try to explain what our different roles in the band are.
We're both kind of doing a little bit of everything.
We each have our strengths, but we also each have a pretty versatile set of skills.
I think people see us when we perform live and they'd be like, okay, so that guy plays the drums and she plays the guitar.
Oh, this part was played by this person, this part, it's often totally off base.
There are tons of recordings where Andy actually played the guitar, so it wasn't me. Or like I played the drums.
I've never had the opportunity to take on some of the other roles that I get to take on in the studio when we go out and play live.
Visually speaking, that's sort of how people come to understand who we are and what we do. But in fact, it's a little bit more complex, and then we had to sort of whittle it down to figure out how we were going to present live in that moment.
You know, the recordings have always been kind of the primary focus, and now we have this luxury of bringing in 3 other totally amazing, versatile musicians.
And what that does is, you know, it puts us in a position where we can ask ourselves, with no restrictions, with no limitations, what do you want to do? What would be most thrilling or most enjoyable, just from the standpoint of someone who wants to play music and experience fully what they're making.
A lot of the work that we're doing right now is trying to explore how you can make music from a place of like sheer joy.
With this project, we're giving ourselves the gift of releasing music pretty much immediately after we make it. Because you know, when you make a thing, like the first thing you do is you like maybe have those like 3 friends that you email it to where you're like, check it out, I did it, oh my God. And now you just get to do that, but with everybody in the world. So it's pretty sweet.
There's a funny, like cyclical quality about stuff where in some ways I can find us returning to some of these ideas that we were messing with in the very beginning.
You want to take me out. I've always been afraid of heights.
The question that is in Fear of Heights and that also starts off the beginning of Walk Soft is like, what is the view? So the idea of Fear of Heights is that you're going somewhere, you're going up, or you're going together to a destination, and some people are more scared of it than others. Moving through life requires taking an enormous amount of risk before you even necessarily have a good idea of what the payoff will be.
It's worth it for the view.
And then also of just sort of letting love be the force that motivates you to climb that ladder or staircase or whatever it is to get to the top.
That's always been something with Wye Oak where it's felt more like a flying trapeze act, that we're really tied into each other, but the whole world kind of like goes away.
Given all the meanings to what we are.
I think it's a big part of our development as artists that we continue to try and push ourselves to expand our skill sets and to expand the kinds of things that we make.
In this case, I think we wanted to explore what it's like to get that sense of like a larger group collaboration and like the joy of sharing it with other people with this material that's always been confined to just a duo.
Yeah, it's a turning point for sure.
Now I get to step out from the rhythm section and I get to be all the other shit.
I'm more interested in asking myself, hey, what song do I want to be playing right now, and not like, what project did I originally release this song under?
Yeah, some of that is my material, some of that is her solo material, some of that is old Wye Oak material, some of it is brand new.
And you know, one of the other great things about being able to do that is that there are probably some people who are familiar with Wye Oak who maybe haven't discovered these things yet.
Reimagined versions of these songs, or in some cases, songs that have never been played live before.
I'm really thrilled to get a crack at playing those songs, and I know that he feels the same way.
Anyone who has seen Wye Oak before has not seen this version of Wye Oak or anything like it.